Let me see. Let's do Kenshin. I
Oh
just
yeah, Kenshin was good. We were both kind of right. I think we both predicted like he wouldn't go through with it all the way,
yeah. Well, that was the
or we were
thing. Like
surprised that he even like let it go on that long.
that's what I'm saying. Like he was gonna do it. Is the
Yeah,
thing.
and then he kind of just. I don't know when he had the epiphany. I don't know if it was when freaking Kenshin showed up. He was like, "Yeah, this is kind of stupid." Now that I think about it, but he was also just thinking back to like when his to the general. He was like he did some shady stuff in the past too to get to where he was at. Everybody makes mistakes.
Right. And I feel like it was so funny to me because like I feel like he didn't really like come to any realization. I think it was just like, oh, Kenshin's here. I can't beat him. So yeah, we're done. And then he just like
Yeah,
punches him in the stomach. He just turns on him so fast. He's like, yeah, we're
yeah.
finished here.
Because he was trying to fight Kenshin. The dude was throwing bombs and stuff, and he was just cutting all the bombs up. It was pretty
Yeah.
sweet how he let the one bomb get behind him, and then
Yeah.
it blew up, and it was just fire all around his body.
And he's like, I dodged it. Or no, he was like, he
Yeah,
dodged
or
it
he
and it
let it
really hit
so it
him.
would blow up the wall.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was a good episode. The character, I guess, turned around. I like that he just decided to start his
Yeah,
own
create
government
news.
newspaper or whatever.
Yeah,
Just like that was wholesome. I just thought it was funny that Sanosuke double crossed him so fast. He saw
yeah. But
Kenshin.
I don't think he really wanted to do that. I don't know. Like he was gonna go with it, but like you said, once he realized like Kenshin was gonna show up and it was just over. And then he was like, I didn't tell him, even though he literally confessed to everything while they were supposedly asleep. And
Yeah.
Kenshin wasn't asleep and he was just listening. He was like, I didn't tell him our plans. He just gets in everybody's business. That's what he does. I was like, bro, you're lying.
You
Even though I
just said
guess
it
in
out
his
loud.
mind he thought Kenshin was asleep. Yeah, I guess. But
I was gonna ask, I also thought it was funny, like he was like so surprised that he got up and he was like, because remember he knocked him out and he was asleep, and then when he woke up he was angry, and I was like, what do you
yeah,
think he was gonna be like when he wakes up? Like he was like
yeah. Maybe
surprised.
sleep it over. Sleep it over. Realize what you're doing is dumb. But then they had the little one-on-one fight, and he had all them
Yeah.
smoke bombs. He kept running, throwing the smoke on the ground and running away.
Smoke, and he spit on him. You're punching
Yeah, I
him.
was like, that's crazy. He spit on him. I'm like, all right, bro. Like, we can't even. Like, what the heck? He spit
I
on
was
his face.
I was gonna ask like how disrespectful is spit to you?
That's like, that's as disrespectful as you can get without like. I don't think there's anything more disrespectful than spitting on somebody, aside
Okay.
from in terms of like physical touch, unless you're like, you know, being weird and creepy. But if somebody spits on you, that's like you're nothing. They
Okay.
have absolutely no respect for you. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, he spit on
they
him.
don't even view you as a person. You're trash. You're not even a thing. So
Uh,
that was kind of crazy when he spit on him. I didn't expect that. But he also showed it was weird in the same because he put the sword down. He was, I don't need this sword to fight you.
yeah.
Like, come on. So it was kind of weird. Like he spit on him, but in the same thing, he was like, "I'm not gonna kill you though. We'll fight this out." And then the dude was like, "This isn't a fight. This is a battle because you're not on the side of Sehiko, or is it Sehiko or Sekiko?
I think it's
Sekiho,
like Sekiho or something.
Sekiho
Sekio.
army." And but kind of like what I was thinking when he had the dinner, he was like, "We had all these different people from different walks of life, and they're all sitting together enjoying, their time and having a good time, and not fighting." And he was like, that's the how we're gonna bring about this new era. And then the dude was like, I'm just gonna kill myself in front of the police, and that's
I
gonna
forgot
make people
about that.
question. And I'm like, bro, nobody is gonna. They're gonna just be like, who is this crazy ass dude? Like, what the
Yeah.
heck?
Like, what is he doing? Unless he left like a letter or something. But even so,
Yeah, unless he left a letter. But he was saying he was just gonna die there, and people were gonna start questioning like, why did he do this? And they would start putting two and two together. But it seems like nobody even knows about their little revolutionary army that they had.
nah, no one
Anyway,
knows
prior
about
to
that.
this,
No one knows about their little army. It's, unless they were there for some reason. Like, do you think it's ever okay to tell someone to give up on their dream?
yes,
In like what instances?
If the
Besides
dream
like
is
the
detrimental to
obvious,
their
like
health.
okay, I was like besides the obvious like terrorism or something.
Yeah, stuff like that. If it's not going to harm anybody or yourself, I don't see any point of telling somebody to give up on their dreams. I think you should always pursue your dreams as long as you can do it and still maintain a healthy mind and a healthy body. Like if it's not going to cause you distress or make you go crazy or anything like that, go ahead, do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? It can even be weird as long as it's not weird to the point where it's like, all right, you might get into some legal trouble or you know what I'm saying, or like stuff like
Yeah.
that. But
Like what if
aside
it's
from that,
just
yeah,
like
do whatever.
someone's like been doing it for a while and it's just like
It's not going
not
anywhere.
working. It's just not coming to
I
fruition.
wouldn't say give up. I think they would definitely just have to reevaluate and figure out a way to make it work or go about things a little bit different. But I don't think you should necessarily give up. But let's say, like in your example, it's not going anywhere, and now their life is starting to like fall apart. But they're like, no, I want this dream to happen because this is what I really want to do. Then it's like, all right, bro, you might not have to give up on it, but you might have to take a step back and redistribute efforts and other things, but still try to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're
So
saying.
that's how I would look at it. But
I think I feel the same way. Obviously, if someone's like gonna do some illegal harm themselves, I'll be like, nah, like you shouldn't do that. But like, if you want to chase being I don't know, a comedian for like the rest of your life, or even like the next 10 years, if that's what you're gonna do, and it doesn't work for 10 years necessarily, I don't know. The 11th year might be the year. I don't know.
yeah.
So, um, any, I think I had two more questions. Would you give your man a piggyback ride?
If he's like not able to walk, I'm pretty sure that dude was able to walk. But he did beat he did beat him up.
I mean, he knocked him out, I guess.
But I mean, if he needed like to move, yeah. But I'm not. If you can walk, bro, I'm not. Get off me. But if you can't walk, then yeah, it's fine. Like it's not a big deal.
I just thought that was funny. He's giving a piggyback ride. And then last thing, are you politically active in your community?
No, not really.
Neither am
Which
I.
is crazy because my mom's a judge. But
Yeah.
I do want to get into
Ouch, man.
politics, not in the sense of being like completely on one side. I don't want to be like a crazy radical for either, because I feel like my thing with politics that I don't like is that why is it always so far on each side? No, and like nobody's ever in the middle. Like both sides can be correct in certain instances. Obviously, they have disagreements in certain aspects, but everybody can be right in certain situations. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I'm not really into the radical pick one side and always be on that side and
Yeah,
agree
because
with
that doesn't make sense
everything.
to me in anything. Like you should always look at everything, equally and look at both sides with what's the word I'm looking for? With no bias, Like obviously
Yeah.
there's going to be biases in certain things, but you should always look at stuff with no bias and try as hard as you can. Cuz like I'm
Like,
pretty sure, it's a lot of shit I don't agree with a lot of people, but you can just because you don't agree with people on something doesn't mean you can't agree on anything. You know what I mean?
yeah. Like for this guy,
And
for example, like, sure, the classes aren't completely equal, but we can still all
yeah.
chill together and
And then he was like, we're gonna have
get
to
it
work towards
together.
it. Like it's not gonna happen overnight. It's just gonna take a long
Yeah.
time. And even if they do what they do, it's just gonna create more class. Like it's just gonna disrupt the government. There's always gonna be. We kind of talked about this. What was it? 2 weeks ago or a week ago? How like no matter what you do, it's always gonna be like some form of class.
Oh yeah. The Attack on Titan.
But yeah, I don't know. Kenshin was good though. I think Kenshin's always good. Kenshin like rarely misses.
Tried and true.
Huh?
I said tried and true. Can't break. Can't already been done. Uh and you said this is the best Undead Unluck episode?
I think so. Yeah. Only because we got so much information about like just the world in general. Like they talked about UMAs, about how they traditionally work. Like they take up a region, whereas the negators, or they're like the original rule. Like they're the rule themselves, and the negators stop the rule, but they can only do it with a certain, they have to have a certain requirement. Like, is his name Shinra? That's not his name.
Who?
The guy with the blue hair.
Shin.
Like he was like, mine. I got to look at you at a certain distance, and then unlock hers is touch. Andy's is just only works
Andy's
on himself.
is.
He just.
I read the description because they had some character descriptions in here from a chapter I read. His was like activates near death or something.
Okay.
Something like that.
And then we also got to see that freaking UMA for like what it is. I didn't
expect
know.
it to.
Yeah, it was a statue and then it transformed into like an actual thing.
It looked like a JoJo like stand or something.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say too. Because after you told me the same people that animated also animated JoJo, I was like, yeah, this definitely looks like something out of JoJo. Like it legit looks like a stand.
And it was gigantic.
Yeah,
Like
I just like it was like no fan service. It was just very
true.
I'm going into each episode seeing how much you're going to do. I think it's honestly done at this point because they did a lot of it in the first couple episodes, but everything after this has been pretty, normal.
I think they're not going to do a lot of fan service at this point. They got out of their system the first couple episodes.
Yeah, the first few episodes. Because it was OD. Like, come on, bro. It was kind of crazy. I'm like, all right, bro.
I feel like it wasn't even that bad the second episode. Maybe just the first
second
one.
No, it wasn't. The first episode was just like, dang, bro.
Yeah, the first episode was weird. All the other ones have been mild compared to that one.
Yeah.
If you were a zombie, would you infect other people?
Other people?
If you were like conscious?
It sounds like Zom 100. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't infect other people. I would, like, if I got infected, would I secretly bite people? Or are you saying if I was a zombie, I had full control of myself, would I just chill?
Yeah, like what would you do if you were a zombie? Like, would you feel inclined to make other people feel the way you do, or would you just like?
No, I'll just live my life, be a cool zombie. Have you ever seen Shaun of the Dead?
No, I haven't.
So it was this zombie apocalypse movie, and basically at the end, people were able to live with zombies. Like they had zombies as pets. They had him like chained up, and they were like feed him because his friend became a zombie, but they didn't want to kill him, so he would just like be attached to like a collar or something, and they would feed him. But not saying
so
I would want
weird.
to be somebody's pet, but
Yeah.
I would be the zombie. I wouldn't try to infect people. I'll just be chill. It's whatever. I'm a zombie. I'm here. Can I talk? Or no, I'm just like that.
You only talk to other zombies.
I only talk to other zombies.
You only speak Zombinese.
Zombinese. Yeah, I wouldn't do that because there's gonna be other zombies that are infected, and then they had their own little place. The zombies, they were chilling.
They did have their own community.
Yeah.
I mean, they were mad, but they were there.
Yeah.
I'm sure it doesn't feel good to be a zombie because they're suffering. But if you didn't suffer, you're just a zombie. I guess that wouldn't be that bad. One dude walked all the way to New York. That's how they even found out.
Yeah.
But yeah, Andy gets married.
Oh yeah, her final wish was to get married, or not even get married, just be in a bride's dress. And she was like not fully turned yet, so she could kind of talk, but she was also talking Zombinese. But she also started talking like regular. But I don't know if that was just us seeing it from the perspective of Andy, so that's why we could understand it. Okay.
Yeah, because she just starts talking in full sentences, but I think it was just
also
his perspective.
We find out something. Andy used to be called something Victor.
God of victory.
God of victory.
Victor.
Yeah, Victor, the God of victory. So that's probably his real name is Victor. And Shin wants to see him at his 100%. And that's probably why he was like, I only take this out for X amount of time because if I keep it out too long, like I lose control or something.
Yeah.
So I wonder something must have happened, or he just got tired of living the way he was and he just wanted to forget. And so he did that.
Maybe we'll see it. I don't know. Do you think he'll kill Spoil or not? Because he's not supposed to kill him
Oh, kill the
technically.
thing? Yeah, they're supposed to capture it. I don't think he'll kill it because what's her name wants him to capture it and to get closer to allowing him to, get death. At first, I
Yeah,
thought she was gonna try to figure out how to get rid of her unluck because that dude was like,
with
I
on
forgot his
repair.
power. Yeah, repair. Yeah, but she was like, no, I want to see if he can allow, or this will be our first hint towards figuring out how to let Andy die. So
On repair sounds like something that could stop Andy.
yeah.
The only reason I think he might kill Spoil is just because the zombie bride wants him to kill Spoil. So I don't know. He
Oh
might
yeah.
completely forget about the mission from that
But
perspective.
he
But I
did
guess we'll
say,
see.
"I do have to capture you," though. At the end, even though he's like, "I'll kill you," he also was like, "I have to capture this thing."
Yeah,
And he did that like Crimson Cross move when they first showed up. He also went in very reckless. Like he just drove straight in. He didn't ask any questions because he could have got both of them zombified.
yeah. He with a truck. He just ran in with a
Yeah,
truck. And Shin was like, "Do you know what you're doing? Or have you fought people like this before?" And then
yeah.
they all end up getting zombie timers
Zombie
anyway because
timers
she
anyway. Yeah,
ran
because she
underground,
ran.
chased a kid.
Yeah, but it was like a certain threshold, like that little dark alley, and she ran past, but she reversed it on the kid. I think when she grabbed him,
You think she
because I think
reversed
his
it?
timer went away and then her timer showed up. I could be wrong about that though. That's what it
I
looked
don't
like to
know.
me.
I'll have to wait till next episode. I don't know. Let me see. Is marriage a priority for you?
No, I don't even really believe in marriage. Um,
Damn.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with marriage, but in the sense of like what it actually is, I feel like you can be with somebody forever without necessarily being married by law. Like I
You
think
see?
the whole point of marriage was to create, stronger. If you go back to like what marriage truly was for, because that's why people used to marry like inside their family to create stronger, which is like weird,
Stronger
like
bonds, ties,
not stronger bonds with
or
each other, but
legal
just
ties?
legal stuff. So they'll have more power, and that's really what like marriage was meant for. Um, so, but I do definitely believe you can find your soulmate and be like with somebody forever, and that's your person. And I don't see anything wrong with getting married. Like if I find someone they want to get married, we can get married. But I don't think I don't think you need the legal system. You know what I'm saying? To be
Yeah.
married. Yeah, like
That's why I
you know what I'm
try to
saying?
tell Mariah, but she don't want to hear
When you proposing, she trying to figure out.
it.
She trying to see something. She
Well,
trying to see something, man.
I try to tell her she don't want to hear it. Like I'm like, marriage. I would try to explain like marriage is a legal thing. It's not
Yeah,
even about love or anything. It's just like
yeah.
connects us legally. So like finances and I don't know, like
And you can
health
do all that without
insurance and
marriage.
all the other stuff. Like yeah, you could do it without marriage, but like it just makes it like I don't know, like legally binding. And so I don't know.
Yeah,
I get, and she's like, it's a symbol of love and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, there are tons of symbols of love.
yeah,
Technically, you don't have to get married, but I think the whole wedding thing is cool. So
yeah. That's that's mainly for the bride. I mean, some dudes
yeah,
like big like you know weddings and stuff, but
dudes definitely like the wedding.
yeah.
Well, some dudes. It depends. It depends.